Welcome back, everyone. Well, if there's any name synonymous with Saratoga, it's McTygue. I think since the turn of the century, some member of the McTygue family has been involved in local government in the city of Saratoga. They even have an alley named after them.
It's a proud fact.
Yeah.
My family heritage goes way back in the city of Saratoga Springs and city government.
I want to talk a bit about the Saratoga Pack. It's almost a maverick position in a way, right? You were endorsed by the Saratoga Pack, and you sent out a press release that said, "Thank you for the endorsement, but I'm declining." What's behind that?
Exactly. Well, I started my campaign explaining to the voters and the residents of this community that I wanted to be perceived as an independent-minded individual seeking elective office. That's important to me. I consider myself to be an independent Democrat. I'm running with the Democratic Party endorsement as well as the Working Families Party endorsement.
Right.
My name will appear in 2 places on the election ballot on November 3rd. It was important for me to maintain my image of independence. And unfortunately, with PACs being what they are today, there is a negative connotation attached to PACs, and for better or for worse, that was the reality that I was facing when I realized that they wanted to endorse me, which I respect. And of course, I agreed with their reasoning for wanting a change in the leadership of the Department of Public Works. That I do appreciate, and I agree that we can do better, and I am presenting myself as an alternative from the current administration, and I say that in a positive way, to try to bring a new level of discourse and long-term planning to the City Council and to the into the interests of the Department of Public Works for the long term.
Well, very well said, Bill.
Thank
Hey,
you.
And one other thing too, I just want to comment. I read that press release and really handled that as a gentleman. That's a kind of a personal response, I guess, but very, very well said.
Yes, and I don't want to diminish the credibility of those who are interested in trying to further the economic interests of our community.
Yes, right.
I respect the individuals who have formed the Saratoga Pack. They are business people in our community. I stand for some of the same concerns, obviously, that many of our business people throughout Saratoga Springs have today. And I'm anxious to share thoughts. I want to hear their thoughts, and also I want them to hear my thoughts. That way, I think you open up a dialogue where, in the end, you can actually get something accomplished.
Wow. Well said. Hey, 2 weeks to go.
Absolutely.
Home stretch.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
It's crunch time.
It's crunch time.
This is not. I often tell my supporters and people who have stuck with me through the thick and thin of all this. I often tell them that it's this can be a daunting task. Running for public office today is not easy and sometimes not pleasant, just because of the tug of war that can often be unpleasant in the dialogue. I would rather keep the discussion at a higher level. I would rather talk about the issues and leave the politics of the past aside, because I think it's all about trying to advance a discussion of ideas, and that's the kind of campaign that I've tried to run. I've tried to talk about things that matter in this community, long-term planning, things that the Department of Public Works needs for the long term, issues that people are genuinely concerned about with respect to traffic, with respect to walkability of our community, the lack of sidewalks, truck traffic on Broadway. We have to do something about this heavy truck traffic that rumbles through this community day in and day out, not only on Broadway, but through some of our residential neighborhoods. Those aren't easy issues to tackle, but I, for one, very much want to roll up my sleeves and try to engage local interest as well as interest in the state of New York to help us solve specifically the issue of truck traffic in Saratoga Springs.
Boy, I couldn't agree with you more. Well, Bill, good luck. Best of luck with that.
Thank you.
We'll see you on the other side.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Thank
thanks
you,
for coming
Jesse.
in.
Appreciate it.
Yes, you're
Thank
quite
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.